Hey everybody, it's Nate here with Goalie. If you don't already know us, our mission is to build tech tools for families with neurodiverse children. A lot of our families depend on Medicaid waivers to get the help and services that they need. This video is part of a series where we research these programs state by state and explain them to you jargon-free. Our goal is to help families like yours navigate this difficult process and get the help and coverage that you need.
Hey everybody, it's Nate here with Goalie. Welcome to our state-by-state Medicaid waiver guide. We talk about the Medicaid waiver process in all 50 states. Today, we're going to be talking about a state that revolutionized food for the better. They invented both the hamburger and the lollipop, which started out by being chocolate on a stick. Who knew? Anyways, we're talking about the lovely state of Connecticut, and as soon as this video is over, I'm eating those two things 100%. Before that, let's talk about some Medicaid waivers. All right, so first of all, where am I right now? I'm currently on Goalie's forum page. To get here, you're going to type in forum.goalie.co. On this forum, we talk about all different kinds of things. There's some parenting and life advice, some Goalie tips, and our government waiver section, which we'll be talking about today, and specifically focusing on the state of Connecticut. All right. So the state of Connecticut actually has a bunch of different waivers, and the process is quite confusing. We decided to narrow down the two main waivers, one that's focused on an HCBS waiver, a more general waiver, and one that's autism specific. Okay, if you want more information about the HCBS waivers or the other additional specific waivers, click on these two hyperlinks and they should provide you with that information. Okay, let's talk about the first waiver, the individual and family support waiver. So who can apply for this waiver? So any child or adult who is diagnosed with mental retardation, this is the term that is used in Connecticut's phrasing, not ours. We clearly think this term is out of date and not appropriate for Medicaid waivers, but it's what they use, so we have to tell you the information. So Connecticut requires that individuals need an intermediate level of care in addition. What this means essentially is that you require some support and some supervision getting through your everyday activities. This is typically the category that most Goalie families fall under, as their children are able to live at home, but they just need some help and support. Okay, what are the income requirements? So income eligibility is actually based entirely on child income, not parental income. So this means that you should be eligible for this waiver as long as your child is not making a significant income, which they are power to. All right, what do I actually get? So I don't want to need to read all of these individually, but here's the full list of things listed under the waiver that is provided and services provided. So feel free to check it out on our forum page or just pause the video and look at it right now. Okay, how do I actually apply for this waiver? So to apply, you're going to call the statewide eligibility unit, and that number is 1-866-433-8192. Once you call them, they'll be able to explain the process in a lot more detail, and they know way more about this whole thing than I do. So definitely get in contact with them. They're a helpful resource and be able to navigate the process for you. Okay, the second waiver we're talking about is the home and community supports waivers for people with autism. Who can apply for this waiver? So anybody older than the age of 3 who is diagnosed with autism but does not have an intellectual disability. The first waiver talked about quote-unquote mental retardation, and their criteria for defining who was mentally retarded is somebody who has an IQ below 70. This waiver is made for individuals who have an IQ above 70 and are diagnosed with autism. Connecticut requires that people meet an intermediate level of care and express significant limitations in 2 or the more following categories, either self-care, use of language, learning, mobility, self-direction, or capacity for independent living. If you meet and if you show significant limitations in 2 or more of those categories, you're deemed eligible for this waiver. Okay, so income eligibility, again, is based on child income, not parental income, which is a positive thing. What do you actually get with this waiver? So with this waiver, you're going to get this list of services. One of the positives that you can see assistive technology is listed there. That is exactly what Goalie is. So theoretically, you could use this waiver to get funding for a device like Goalie, as well as other things as well. Okay, how do you apply for this waiver? So to apply for this waiver, you're going to contact Autism Services. That number is 860-418-6078. Once you call them, they'll be able, again, to navigate the process for you and explain it in a lot more detail. Okay, what does the Goalie team think overall of Connecticut's Medicaid process? So first of all, we'd just like to say, in terms of updating, there needs to be an update of language. The use of mental retardation is not something that we support, and we think that it needs to be changed. In addition to the specific to the actual waivers and the coverage, Connecticut's variety and coverage areas makes it so specialized needs can be delivered to communities that need the most. That, in addition to making things more confusing, it means that you actually get really good healthcare coverage. So Connecticut's quite good about providing a ton of services to people who require these services. It's just quite confusing to figure out which waiver you need to apply for. That's what we really recommend, contacting both Autism Services and potentially the statewide eligibility unit, as they'll be able to narrow down this process and get you to the right waiver that provides good coverage for yourself. There is a wait list for Connecticut services, but it is fairly short, especially so for children applying. We were not able to find an estimated time that would take to get off the wait list. If you know, please let us know. We estimate, based on the amount of people on this wait list, that it's months, not years, but if we're wrong, please let us know so we can update that information. Okay, time to go to our goalie waiver scorecard. So based on website clarity and ease of navigation, we gave that a 3 out of 5. It was a quite low 3 at that. It has a lot of information, which is really helpful. It's just quite difficult to comb through and find out where you're actually trying to go. So it's not very clear and it's hard to navigate, but there is a lot of information and helpful ones there. Okay, what about access and requirements of qualification? We gave that another 3 out of 5. The inclusion of an IQ below 70 is just unnecessary, irrelevant, and makes it harder to qualify for some of these waivers. However, income is waived, which is always a positive. An average score here, but again, it's pushing a low 3. In terms of healthcare coverage, however, this is a 5 out of 5. If you can actually find the right waiver and apply to it, Connecticut's really good about providing a lot of services and a lot of really helpful services to families. It's just a matter of finding that right waiver and getting on. So we do hope that you found this video helpful, but we know that there's a lot of other resources already out there that are additionally helpful. We decided to attach 3 links to additional websites that you should check out. They're all really great and have a lot of information and resources that are helpful to navigating the process. Additionally, if you want to contact somebody over the phone, we found the County by County Department of Developmental Services webpage, which can take you county by county and tell you who you should be calling to talk about these Medicaid waiver process, and they should be able to additionally help you along the way. You can find contact info for autism support and resource specialists at this hyperlink as well. Overall, we do know that the process, especially for Connecticut, is quite complicated and seems daunting at first, but after hopefully you look at this webpage, you look at our forum post, it will simplify it for you and you can navigate this difficult and hard process. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed.
If you've gone through this process yourself and can add any color to our research, please share your experience in our forum. Your help would be greatly appreciated by families who are new to this. If you're just getting started yourself, don't worry. We're here to help. If you have any questions, ask them in our forum and we'll do our best we can to support you. And lastly, if you found this video helpful, let us know. Drop a like or leave a comment. We'd love to hear from you.